Hey guys, thanks for coming. This is the officially unofficial Geek Channel weekly comic roundup spoiler-tastic comic spotlight of Robin #5. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. Like I said, this is the comic spoiler-tastic comic roundup comic spotlight of Robin #5. This is where we take the plastic off and we get down into our floppies. That sounded dirty. That sounded really dirty, guys. Okay, so we're getting down into our floppies. We're going to take the plastic off. We've taken the plastic off of Robin #5, Rumble of the Robins. Oh, wow. So, where we last left our hero, Robin, Damian Wayne, he had been whisked away to train his mind with his grandfather, the demon, Ra's al Ghul. Many different ways that people say that, but I will use that right now. I will say Ra's al Ghul because I love saying it. Ra's al Ghul. Okay, so his grandfather, the demon, Ra's al Ghul, had decided that he was going to teach Damian how to think and be and train like a fighter in his mind. Which Damian promptly decided, okay, cool. I really want that plane over there so I can go do what I wanted to do and why I was here in the first place. So I'm going to play along and then steal your keys, which is exactly what Damian did. And he ended up on a nearby island trying to work on getting passage back to Lazarus Island so he could take part in this big assassin tournament, which is about ready to fucking start. Okay, so in fact it actually does start at the end of the book, the end of the issue. You know, let's just jump right to that. So backwards, rewind to what happens here. Oh my gosh. So we've got Rose Wilson, Ravenger. She's on the island and she's all pissed off because she got killed. But it was one of those things where like she was the last one to die that first round. So now they're going to officially start the tournament. So everyone's like, well, where's he? Where's Robin? Well, what we find out is all of the Robins have come to bring him home. He has other ideas, obviously. So, reunion or rumble. Okay, so we've got Joshua Williamson, Gleb Melnikova, Luis Guerrera, and ALW's Troy Pateri on the letters. Okay, so hey, big news that came out this past week is Joshua Williamson, writer of Robin, is slated or is taking over Batman main title from James Tynion. Okay, so his first issues are going to be coming out in November or December, something like that. And he's going to be introducing, or he talked about how he's going to be introducing a new villain and all that jazz. So you have the Robins. They've been sent to, they're doing this on their own. Ravenger contacted Jason and was like, you know, we heard some things that we're kind of concerned about. So they came to come find him and bring him home. And Damien's like, okay, well, you know, you're going to have to You're gonna have to catch me. If you catch me, I'll go home willingly. Okay, so the hunt and run is rooftop race is on. And I say rooftop race because literally that's what it says. So everybody is off running after Damien to try and catch him. Everyone has their moment of almost catching him, and Damien is a little scoundrel. Um, and there's a lot of really cool paneling and really cool art, and it's really working the whole angle, the being very chaotic, and the paneling is a little bit chaotic across like the issue, so it works, it works as all, you know. And so it's Damien is really getting to the point where he can really do work that whole like mind game kind of thing, and it's really kind of funny. um and there's a couple moments where um so he encounters um Jason, and it's really great because basically you have I'm looking at it. He's got his gun out, but he's like, obviously they're tranquilizers, guys. He's not about ready to shoot Damien with a real bullet. And it's really funny. He's like, Damien says, everyone acts like you're so cool because you're the Robin who died. But who hasn't died? I'd love to catch up, but I left my crowbar in my other cape. Um, and Jason accuses him of trying to make him angry, so his aim would be off. He's like, Damien says, like, no, I've watched you for years, Jason. Grayson is the most experienced. Tim is out of earshot, so I'll say this. Tim is probably the smartest. Spoiler is the bravest, but you're the most emotional. And he goes and he hugs Jason, and Jason's kind of taken aback, and he hugs him back, and really leans into the hug, and and Damien full on shocks him. It's funny. It's funny because, and the thing is, it's like, um, it's just like what he says, and he's like, sorry, it had to be done, Jason. Um, it seems like it's actually really kind of a tender, sweet moment still, because you're like, okay, he took advantage of the situation, but he may actually really feel that way, that Jason is the most caring, most emotional one out of all of them, and he gets to the point where he's able to get to a rooftop overseeing the boat to go back to Lazarus, and that's Dick when Dick Grayson, when Nightwing catches up with him, and he just says happy birthday, and you'd think I would forget. So then there's this big emotional exchange between um, him and Damien, because he's brought a birthday gift for Damien. Um, and you find out that it was Damien's birthday recently. And they're talking about, so he gives him um, the bar to his trapeze. It's something, and it says versus the world, and it's basically it's a hand me down, and Dick explains that um, it was actually originally given to him by Alfred when he was leaving for college, to help him remember that he came from two worlds. Um, and he said, it helped me remember that I came from two worlds, but I think you need this more than I do now. Alfred knew I struggled with my past, present, and future, and any time I needed reminding of who I was, I'd think of that gift. And Damien takes off his mask, and you can see that Damien is crying, and um, because he's talking about Alfred. And the thing is like when if you think back to when Alfred died, Damien was there. He was basically in the room when it happened. But Nightwing, Dick Grayson, was actually going through an amnesia phase, where he didn't remember who he was, so he wasn't even around. Um, he has this emotional sharing with Dick Grayson, with Dick, and telling him how everything felt and why he's doing what he's doing. He's just like, um, Dick, he says, you know how many times I ran away from home, from Bruce and Alfred, more than I can count. For a long time, I was Batman's sidekick, or the leader of the Titans. It took a bit for me to figure out who I was away from that. And Damien asks him, he's like, why are you telling me this? And Dick says, Tim, Steph, Jason, we were all Robins to Bruce first, but you were my Robin. And that's a really emotional moment for them, because if you were familiar, there was a time period where Bruce was believed to be dead, and not Tim, Dick Grayson took up the mantle of Batman, and his Robin was Damien. So his only Robin was Damien, and so Damien's like, okay, well, you caught me, before I could escape. And Dick is like, eh, maybe I didn't catch you, you know, and kind of lets him go. Like, it's really interesting, kind of the way that everything is um, stylized here in the writing. But the thing is like, once Damien gets away from Jason, and all that he's left to go after him is Dick. It's like the paneling goes from being chaotic to being like this paneling that's just very like, goes from being chaotic to being very like even and formulated. And it's there's just this idea that, if I'm understanding this correctly, it just seems like the less chaotic less chaotic person in Damien's life was standing right there in front of him. The one person that, maybe truly understood both sides of him was Dick. And so then we go back and we're at Lazarus Island. Damien shows up. He's ready to go. And now we have the beginning, like I showed, of the fighting. The real tournament fighting. So that is Robin number 5. That's your... It was great writing, great emotional feeling, everything. Leave it to the character of Nightwing to make you want to cry your eyes out. um, I really enjoyed the writing, the article, the issue. I'm excited to see what Williamson does with Batman coming up a couple months from now. It's gonna probably be really cool. We're getting a new, like I said, we're getting a new villain called Abyss. So that will be interesting. He's going to be taking over after Fear State. So that event is coming up. I do not believe that there are any tie-ins with Robin because technically he is on Lazarus Island doing his thing. So really great issue overall. Thank you for taking the time to watch my Spoiler-tastic video involving the officially unofficial geek comic roundup, comic spotlight of Robin #5. And my name is Carrie Quinn. I'm your host as always. Please do the normal YouTube things like share, comment. What did you think of Robin #5? Did Dick Grayson make you cry? So tell me what you think, and please subscribe. I want to get all that, good comic goodness out to you every week. So check out my other weekly comic, Spoiler-tastic comic roundup. Let's try this again. Check out my other 2 weekly comic roundup, Spoiler-tastic comic spotlights of King Spawn 1 and Harley Quinn 6. Check those out as well. Check out my weekly overall comic review, spoiler light on that video. My comic Spoiler-tastic weekly spotlights are, as I say, Spoiler-tastic. But take care of each other. Have a great day, week, month, year. Vaccinate and stay healthy. Keep reading. Visit your local comic book shop. And I'll be seeing you guys. Bye!